Inclination, it's kind of looked upon like the dark art of skiing. I want to explain what it is. The difference between inclination and angulation sounds quite wordy, but I want to make that quite clear, and just kind of go through how it could help. Now, I want to make this very clear. This is not really designed for lower level skiers. If you're sort of really working on your basic body position and kind of getting a good basic parallel, this is maybe something you've got to wait a little bit until your experience level comes up, because if it's too early in your journey, it's probably going to encourage some bad habits. If you're a pretty good skier and you're really trying to raise how much angle you can start to get and maybe how good at carving you are, this is for you. But if you're slightly lower level, hold your horses. Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm going to scoot back so you can see my whole body and we'll talk it through. You have to be really honest with yourself. If you're not quite ready for this, it could create more problems. As a guideline, if you're able to link carved turns down a blue run, then this will definitely help. So I really wanted you to see my whole body so I can show you the sort of position. Firstly, what am I talking about? There are different words for different things in skiing. I don't really care what you call them as long as you understand what I'm talking about. So I'm going to call this inclination. Now the whole of my body is staying pretty much straight and I don't have any angulation. What is angulation? Very simply put, it's creating an angle with my body. So that would be kind of hip angulation. That could be looked at as knee angulation. Some people call that lateral separation. You know, call it what you want, but I'm just going to make it quite clear. Angulation, inclination. Now, a lot of people, when they start off, even all the way through their journey, get told that this is not something to do. I would disagree with that. It's gonna, making this clear, this is not what I'm doing all the time, but for this exercise, we're gonna try and do some turns without any angulation. A couple of little points, very important. I am gonna incline the whole of my body, but I would advise you to try and keep your eyes horizontal, so I'm not leaning in with my head. That will just help you keep some balance. The main reason people get told not to incline is that if I do that, I'm going to start to lose pressure on the outside ski. Now, if I bend and flex my inside leg, hey presto, I can still actually maintain some pressure on the outside ski. So it's super important to feel that as you are inclining over and getting more angle, that my inside leg is going to bend more so I can actually maintain that outside ski pressure. Take it easy to start with, as it will feel quite alien. Try and do more of a medium to a longer turn so you have more time to feel. This will challenge your ability to balance on the outside ski, so make sure you allow the inside leg to bend and flex. This is so important for a more performance turn. It's really about committing and leaning in throughout the turn. As I said, this is not something that I'm going to do in my everyday skiing, but it should teach you that toppling and leaning over into to start the turn. The toppling over towards the inside of the new turn is really the feeling I want to hit home. At the start of the turn, I'm not forcing into an overly angulated position. This may get the skis on the edges, but it will block you and give you nowhere else to go. Practicing this inclination is so much to do with trust. I just want you to get more comfortable with this sensation at the start of the turn. Once you've got a bit of a feel for that, then you can feel that you can actually start to encourage the skis to bite. I might even feel a bit of a roll from the feet. I've already talked about that. The feet will roll over slightly, engage the edges, incline, and then I can gradually start to build that angulation. I really want to finish in that position for the next turn to be ready for the next one. But just spending a little bit of time and getting more comfortable with this inclination will really help you get that angle. Start the turn, feel a little bit of an edge from a foot roll, incline, and then you've still got angulation in your back pocket to try and build edge throughout the whole turn. Think of inclination and angulation as kind of salt and pepper. If you're not using both of them, you won't be able to season the turn properly. Feel some inclination at the top of the turn and then gradually build the angulation. Build it up slowly and keep it smooth, but don't be scared of the inclination. I don't know why I'm crouching down here. Incline.